Today we are going to begin with chapter 6, factorization of algebraic expression. As you learned in the previous chapter, how to expand the factors by using the expansion formulas. Here we are going to factorize the algebraic expressions or the expansions that are given. We are going to bring it down to its factors. Let's begin with the first factor. X plus a into x plus b. If you notice in the last chapter, we learned about the expansion formula of x plus a into x plus b is x square plus a plus b into x plus a into b. We have three terms, the first term being the square of the common term, the second term being the addition of the uncommon factors multiplied by the common factor, and the third term is the product of the uncommon factors. Now, looking at an algebraic expression is easy to tell which is the common term. So basically we got to find the values of a and b in order to know the factors here. And the a and b value should be such that if we add both of them, we are going to get the coefficient of the second term, and if we multiply both of them, we'll get the product of the third term. Let's continue. Now, before we actually begin with the factorization, let's have a quick recap of certain topics that we're going to use. One is the factors. What is the meaning of a factor? When I divide one number by the other and I get a remainder equal to 0, then the divisor and the quotient becomes a factor of that dividend or the number. For example, if I divide 6 by 2, I will get the remainder 0 and my quotient will be 3. So 2 into 3 is 6. So 2 as well as 3 are my factors to the number 6. 6 into 1 is 6. So 1 and 6 are my factors to the number 6. We also learned how to find out prime factors. So I found out prime factors through prime factorization method. And these are all the other factors. From the prime factorization method, also you can find all the other factors. So we need to use this particular rule in order to find those two factors of a and b, the values of them. Secondly, we need to know what is a coefficient and what is a variable. The coefficient is nothing but the number and the variable is nothing but the letter. The coefficient is the number along with the sign, so here it's plus 6, and the letter is x, which is the variable. The last thing that we need to brush up is the topic on integers. If I have two positive numbers, I'm going to add it and the sign is going to be positive. If I have two negative numbers, I'm going to add it, but the sign is negative. But if I have one positive, one negative, I'm going to always subtract. As you see here, 3 minus 6 is minus 3 and 6 minus 3 is 3. The sign is going to be of the greater number. Let's begin solving the first sum using my 5-step method. How am I going to solve this first sum? If you see, the sum is like this: x squared minus 10x plus 21. Trinomial, 3 terms. The first term being x squared. We need to first find out which are our 3 terms. We got to understand that. And we need to know what is the coefficient of the terms. X squared, since there is no number in front before x, the coefficient is 1. The second term is minus 10x. X is the variable, minus 10 is the coefficient. And the third term is plus 21. Plus 21 itself is the coefficient. This is a constant and that itself is the coefficient. Now why we need to know is because a second step depends only after solving the first step. The second step, we have to multiply the coefficient of the first term into the coefficient of the third term. That is 1 into 21 is 21. Now here is where we are going to find the factors to 21. That's the reason I had a quick recap with you of how to find the factors. We find the factors to number 21. When I divide 21 by 1, 21 remains as the quotient. 0 is my remainder. So 1 and 21, every number has 1 and the number itself has a factor. The other factors are 3 and 7. So that's my second step. So my first step, I need to find out which are my 3 terms and what are the coefficients of the 3 terms. My second step, I determine which are my factors to the number which I got by multiplying the coefficient of the first and the third term. Now we use this second step in the third one. Now first and the third term we have used, the second term is left. What is the coefficient of the second term? If you notice, the coefficient of the second term is minus 10. Now the factors that we got are 1, 21, 3 and 7. Out of these 4 factors, I must choose those 2 factors that will give me the number 10. On the very look of it, you can say 3 and 7 is going to give me 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. Now I need to understand which particular rule of integer am I going to use in order to get a minus 10. Very simple. If I use both negative, I will get a negative sign onto it. So minus 3 minus 7 minus 10. So I'm going to use a combination of minus 3 minus 7 as minus 10. So I got my 2 factors as minus 3 minus 7. Let's check whether they on multiplying gives you the third term. Minus 3 into minus 7 is plus 21. So this satisfies my condition. I got the value of a plus b, which is my second term, and I got the value of a into b, which is my third term. That means I got a as well as b. So my fourth step is to now place a and b in the expression. I take a as the greater number, which I'm going to write first, and b as a smaller number, which I'm going to write next. So my expression then turns out to be x squared minus 7x minus 3x plus 21. Let's move on to step number 5. From step 4, we are going to pair them, x squared minus 7x as one pair and minus 3x plus 21 as the next pair. From the first pair, x is common, so I take x outside and x minus 7 remains inside the bracket. From 3 and 21, 21 is coming in a 3 times table, so 3 is a common factor which I take outside, and the uncommon factor remains, that's x minus 7. If you notice, the first and the second bracket will be the same. Now this is my common bracket, so you write it outside, and x minus 3, you take it as second bracket. That means I got my factors as x minus 7 to x minus 3. Now if you expand this multiplication of this binomial or use the formula of x plus a into x plus b, you will arrive to the original question, and that's a way to check your answer. Let's look at example 2 with a 5-step solution to it. You follow this 5 steps systematically and no sum can go wrong. 3 terms. Your first step is to identify the 3 terms and their coefficient. The first term, 2x squared, the coefficient is 2. The second term, plus 5x, the coefficient is plus 5. And the last term is minus 18 and the coefficient is minus 18. Your second step was to multiply the first coefficient and the third coefficient. So 2 into minus 18 is 36. Minus 36, but here I'm writing only 36 because I got to find out the factors to the number 36. Now the factors to the number 36, you can begin with the 1 timetable, 1 36 times, 2 18 times, 3 12 times, 6 are 36, and 4 9 times. So I got all the factors to the number 36. Now from these factors, I need to find that value of a and b, that when I add, I'm going to get this plus 5. That's my second term. And when I multiply a and b, I'm going to get the last number to it, that is 2 into 18, that's 36. Now let's check from this which one am I going to get 5 by adding or adding and subtracting of two of the factors. By the very look, you can say 4 and 9 can give you 5. 6 and 4 cannot give you 6 and 12, 3 and 12, 2 and 18. None of them can give you 5 except for 9 and 4. Again, we use which rule of integers should we use in for? Since this is 5, it's a difference between 9 and 4. So I know for obvious reasons that one has to be an addition and the other has to be subtraction. Which one to take as an addition? The final answer is a plus sign, so sign of the greater number should be plus 9 and smaller number should be minus 4. Plus 9 minus 4 is the correct choice to it. So 9 minus 4 is plus 5. 9 into minus 4 is minus 36. I got my value of A, that's bigger number, as 9, and B as minus 4.